Hey guys, this is the BlishHUD tutorial for the World vs. World tutorial series. In this video we'll be showing you how to download BlishHUD, download different modules with it, and their setup as well. So let's dive right on in. We'll go to the BlishHUD website here. The link will be in the description, and hit download latest. Once the file is downloaded onto your computer, here it's in my downloads folder. It will be in a zip file. You'll simply right click and hit extract all and extract. This will extract it into the same folder. From here you can drag and drop this new folder here in the downloads page in anywhere you like, so it's not deleted when you empty your downloads folder. I'm just going to open it up and run blishhud.exe. This will start BlishHUD in the background here, and from there you can start Guild Wars. Alright guys, so I just downloaded BlishHUD and launched Guild Wars 2. You can see the icon for it right up here. Once you click on it, the menu will open for it. Now you can download different modules as they call their extensions right here in the module repo. So I'm going to scroll through here and download some of the ones we're going to be using. Alright, I've just installed all of the different modules we're going to be covering: the distance rings, Inquest Chipset, item search, mounts and more, and pathing. To start off with mounts, all you have to do to enable a module is come right up here and hit enable module. Give it a second, and there we are. Now, for many of these there is a setup. It will either display up in the top left here or in a settings button inside the module itself. Now, the mounts and more, when you open it up, it will look like this. It's a little bit confusing, but once you set it up for the first time, you shouldn't have to touch it again. So all of these are your in-game keybinds. You'll want to go to your game menu, if we can access that, your control options, and then you can scroll down to your mounts right here. So then you simply type in the different keybinds you have. For my Raptor, I have F9, accept, and my Springer F10. You'll also want to set your key binding here. For me, it will be 3, and make sure this isn't bound to anything in game. When you click on this, it will load the different mounts for you to be able to mount onto. I'm just going to fill out my different key bindings, and I will get back to you in a second. Alright, so I've just filled out all of my keybinds, and from there you can change some settings. I'm going to show you what I like to use, and hopefully that will help you out. We'll also look through these quickly and cover them. So first of all, I like to click spawn at mouse. What this does is it moves the radial around instead of automatically moving your mouse to the center of the screen. I find that very handy. You can change the radius as well as icon size of the images. I'll just pull this over. It's a little better. You can mess around with these things as much as you want. Up here we have display module on loading screen. Not very important. Mount automatically after loading screen. This is a quality of life upgrade if you use PvE a lot. Enable out of combat queuing. This is what we want for World vs. World. This will enable the timer when you're in combat. You can also display it. Otherwise you won't be able to see the ring circling. To move that icon around, you can click drag out of combat queuing. Now I'm just going to close out of some windows here so we can find that. It's right here, and I like to put that there. We also have this option for mounting and dismounting. You simply click on the button you'll be mounted up. To change this, you can go to icon settings and enable or disable it here, as well as the one up here by your options. Simple as that. And you have additional editing here you can do, such as removing different things from the options. See, we just deleted the Springer and it removed itself from that options. Now the radial settings is very similar to the icon settings. You can edit how these different things look, and you can edit it based on your status in game, such as player is in world versus world map. You can see all you have here is the war claw mount and apply instantly if single. It is single, so you'll instantly mount onto the war claw. Simple as that. You can look through these and edit them as much as you want, but by default they should be fairly well set up. I think that's it for the mounts and more module. To dive into the other modules, let's check out the distance rings quick. They are very simple to set up. Once you enable the module, you can simply check on the different rings. You can set their radius yourself, their color, opacity, and their vertical offset. You drag this around. Handy to keep an eye on things when you're not quite sure of the radius of your skills. The Inquest Chipset, I'm not going to enable this myself. It's the same thing, you just set up your in-game keybinds to this. This dodge jump keybind will be the button you click that will result in your dodge jump. Down here are your in-game keybinds. So the dodge jump button you do not want bound to anything in the actual game. Moving on, we're going to show you how to add an API key, and then we'll cover the pathing module. To add your API key, you can go to Manage API Keys here, and you'll simply go and get your API key from the ArenaNet website, and then paste it in here. Let's go through that quickly. Alright, so once you've signed in to your ArenaNet account, link in the description below, you'll simply go Create New Key, and check all of the options you want enabled. I simply check them all. You give it a name such as BlishHUD, and create new API key. Once you've done that, it will take you back to this page where your new API key will be available. I'll simply copy my old API key, and you do not want to be sharing this with other players. BlishHUD is a trusted application. However, this information should generally not be shared with other players. So copy your API key, come back into the Register API Key window, paste it in, and hit Register. I'm going to skip through this so you're not seeing my API key. There we go, I just pasted it in and registered, and you can see my account here with 10 different characters. Once you've done that, now we can check out different modules such as item search. Once you enable the module, you can find it up here in your options. Simply click on it to open it. There is no real setup to this application. You just search however you like for the items you're looking for. There is an options menu here for additional filters such as trinket, ring, and you can find all of your different rings. Finally, we'll talk about the pathing module. I'll pop into World vs. World to show you this. So you'll need to install pathing. Once you do, this should show up markers and trails, and the overlay settings, as well as the pathing and manage modules. So you'll navigate to manage modules, and in here there is open settings. And in here you should be able to download all of the different packs you may want. For example, I downloaded Taco for the open world, Test Trails for the open world exploration. However, what we're looking for here is the World vs. World marker pack. So once you find that, you just hit download and wait for the download to happen. There we are. Alright, so I had to hit reload markers and the World vs. World Siege pack showed up then. Just had to reload them quick. And it was as simple as that. The marks are now showing up, as you can see right there. It looks like this is set to offensive right now. Inside of the markers and trails, you can navigate to the Siege pack and check on and off what you want to be shown. So here are offensive rams. You disable that by disabling the offensive setting. Looks like there's 3 hidden settings. I'd show all of those. And these show some optimal placements for both offensive and defensive. Granted, there is always some error with add-ons, but can be mighty useful. Alright, as an example of the World vs. World markers, I know we always forget where to place Siege to hit Fire Cube well. Here, it looks like is a good place to do so. There's also notes placed in some parts, aimed towards the wall of the keep. Just little markers that can help you navigate. Place Siege. That's the last of them. There are, I'm sure, a lot more that'll help in World vs. World and maybe quality of life upgrades. Thanks, guys. Bloop.